Hey there ladies, Claire Luffman here, your business mentor, normally coming to you to simplify the business building process, but today's going to be different. Today is a personal message, maybe bearing my soul, so for some of you this message might be irrelevant, so please just disregard, come back next week, and we'll pick up as business as usual. But for others, I feel like this message is for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how God has completely thrown me for a curveball. I'm going to show how He's encouraging me to use my mess as my message, and I'm also going to let you know how that might actually benefit you. So, how God threw me for a curveball, and a big old curveball, oh my goodness. Anyway, my husband and I both have very successful businesses that we love. So obviously I have my mentoring business, and we also own a store. It's a brick and mortar video game store and lounge, and we love it. We are happy as clams, we had plenty on our plate, and we were good. However, on the health front, I can't say I was happy as a clam at all. I mean, actually, I felt like my body was just slowly deteriorating. And for the last 16 years, it's been thing after thing after thing. For most of my years, I just responded by, putting a Band-Aid on it with medication until recently, until the last couple of years, where I really have gone the natural alternative route. But it all started, let's say 16 years ago. I would have horrible IBS, like weekly debilitating pains, thought I would die. And then I had Hashimoto's, so where my body was essentially attacking my thyroid, so it's no longer working. I've been on medication since. I had this horrible muscle constriction in my neck and my shoulders, and beyond just basic pain, I would go to chiropractor after chiropractor, and they're like, this is no big deal, just structural, and I was this big mystery. And then about 9 years ago, I had been diagnosed with super advanced breast cancer. My son was just born. It was stage 3C, the size of a baseball. It spread all through my lymphatic system. So it was a year and a half of mastectomies, chemotherapy, radiation, and it wasn't in my family. I didn't have a genetic marker for it. Again, thing after thing after thing. And then I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. It would be almost weekly. I'd feel like I was getting the flu-like symptoms. And I thought I was getting the flu. But I got to realize the pattern where I'd feel like I was getting the flu, but I would never get the flu. Those aches and chills, but ultimately what it was my body was just fighting. And at that point is when I got fed up. They were going to put me on medication for either depression or for anti-seizure. Something wasn't specifically for fibromyalgia. These were approved though off-labeling, and I was like, no, I am done. Can someone please find out why is my body doing this? Why is my body fighting itself? Let's figure out, go back to my thyroid. Why did my body attack my thyroid? Instead of just, covering it up with giving myself the hormone that my thyroid should be creating or producing. So I've gone the holistic route. Through that, I have found that I have all these food allergies that was really giving me those food-like symptoms. So I've been off gluten, corn, dairy, eggs, soy, and the last year and a half still struggling. Felt so much better, but still struggling. I had horrible insomnia for a year and a half, where I'd wake up in the morning after no sleep, feel like death, crying to my husband, being like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Why do I feel so horrible? What is going on? But I put a smile on my face, and I would just get through the day, right? Coaching my clients, going to my networking, but really feeling like, oh my gosh, I am in my early 40s and I feel like I am in my 80s. And during that as well, I'd have this intense anxiety in the middle of the night. And those who know me know I'm a very calm, cool, collected person. Not much bothers me. And it was things that I knew I wasn't even worried about, that I would know, gosh, in the morning this isn't even going to seem like anything. But I just couldn't stop that intense anxiety. So there is a fabulous holistic health coach, and she approached me with a Plexus line of supplements. And she was approaching me both for the products and also the business. When she talked about the business though, I said, no way! I mean, I'm sorry, but I have been so anti-network marketing. I don't even work, my clients aren't even, I just say service-based women entrepreneurs, right, where they are the product. So they're figuring out how to package their time and their expertise. So I had been in direct sales 7 to 10 years ago and just got so burned out, and it just felt icky to me. And then I lead my own networking group, so I'm just meeting tons of people, and I see that with most network marketing companies and most comp plans, I just feel like they are working too hard, too many expenses for very little profit. So I said, no way will I ever do direct sales. But I said, be willing to try out the products. Actually, my husband was going to try the products first because he wants to lose a good amount of weight and 30 to 40 pounds. But then I was like, oh, but what if they could help me too? There are these natural plant-based supplements that really get at what are the underlying root challenges from most of the health challenges we're facing. It's about regulating blood sugar. It's about healing the gut. And it's about reducing this chronic inflammation. It is about healing the root causes of what was creating these 16 plus years of health challenges for me. And I was like, if this is what's been going on the last 16 years, what's gonna happen 5 years from now? Is it gonna be diabetes? What's gonna happen 20 years from now? Is it gonna be Alzheimer's? And I'm a firm believer that our body is meant to heal itself, and we could remove the bad stuff, put in the good stuff, really nourish our body. It is meant to heal. So my husband and I started the products at the same time because, again, I was like, I don't want to wait a month because, gosh, if I could get a good night's sleep, if I didn't have to deal with this insomnia for another month. And I could tell you after the first week, I was already feeling like myself again. It was like I was seeing things, you know, just like getting my way through the clouds, right? So this brain fog was going away. I had energy. I just felt so much better. The insomnia didn't go away for, until I was on the products for about 3 or 4 weeks, but no more insomnia, zero anxiety, zero IBS. And I feel like I am just scratching the surface. I mean, I've had these chronic health challenges for more than 16 years. I can't even imagine how great I'm gonna feel 5 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. And the results people are getting when they're really doing that, regulating blood sugar, cleaning up their gut, reducing this chronic inflammation, how it's helping with their eczema, with their depression, with their ADHD, with their children that have autism. I mean, these success stories just go on and on and on. But I still wasn't up for the whole business side of things. But God started working on me. So during morning time with God, He was saying, Claire, everything that I have brought you through is leading you up to this point. So now let's talk about that. How God has been encouraging me to use my mess as my message. So in the morning, the message He was placing on my heart was, Claire, you are meant to be an unanswered prayer for so many, right? They're bound by these chains of bad health and financially as well. He said, really spread the message of health and wellness. But I was like, oh my gosh, but it's direct sales and I've got way too much on my plate already. I've got a business that is my primary focus that I love, and our family business. And He was speaking to me and said, Claire, not everyone wants to build a business from scratch, and where they're investing thousands of dollars to work with me. Every bit worth it. But He said, not everyone's wanting to do that route. Some people are wanting a business, like a business in a box, right? For $34.95, right? $35, and to get my mentoring for free. I couldn't quite get my head around that because I didn't want this to be a conflict of interest. But during the day, I would then get these moments of doubt, being like, oh, but goodness gracious, it's direct sales. it's network marketing. I'm not meant to be doing this. And in the morning, He'd have a different story for me. At the point I said, God, if this is what You want me to do, just give me a pure heart for it, a complete heart for it. And that's where I'm at now. So how might this benefit you? I mentioned how I have been leading my own networking group, so I have seen every single comp plan under the sun. Nothing has ever piqued my interest at all. This business is truly phenomenal. They've got what's called the gems. They are emerald, sapphire, and diamond. And so this is the highest level of the company. And so all earning 6 figures and well beyond, some 6 figures in a month. And the average amount of time, they're also getting a Lexus and an annual trip to Hawaii. And the average time, the company has all of this recorded, the average time for a emerald and sapphire, so a sapphire, just assume, is making about $250,000 a year. The average amount of time from starting on day 1 to becoming a sapphire, it's been 15 months. Not even a year and a half. Where can you go and on day 1 be clueless, have no idea, and be earning that type of income, stable income? Where is that even possible? And then the diamond, which is earning about $420,000 and beyond a year, the average length of time from day 1 to a diamond is 20 months. Not even 2 years. So how might this benefit you? Well, of course, from the health perspective, right? Maybe some of you have these unanswered health challenges like I did, and you're willing to give it a try and check out these natural supplements. It's a 60-day money-back guarantee, nothing to lose. But what am I talking about here amongst you businesswomen is that some of you might be looking for a business. Maybe the current business that you're in right now, it's not the right fit. Or there are so many health coaches, holistic doctors, nutritionists who are actually adding plexus as one of the tools in their toolkit to help their clients and their patients get well, and not just put a band-aid on it, but really heal these root causes. So what I'm able to do then is, right now, I'm looking for what I call my dream team. And of course, anyone that ever joins my team, you'd be getting my mentoring for free. This dream team, however, is going to be a group. There's only 20 women in this group, and just that are joining within the next month. That, in addition to all of the training, of course, we'd always give folks so they could be so successful, is for that first 90 days, I'm taking my dream team under my wing, and you will be eligible for weekly calls, weekly coaching, whether we hop on the phone or it's Skype, so that you too can be a gem. You too, if you choose, can be that sapphire, that diamond. And why take 15 months? There are folks who are going to diamond, that highest level, in 6 months. Why couldn't that be you? So let's do it together. Come on this journey, join the dream team, and create this financial peace like you never thought possible, while truly working part-time. And how fabulous it is that you get healthy in the time being. You get healthy as part of this journey. So there's my message. I'm going to have my link to a website below. Check it out. Find out more about the supplements, find out more about the company, find out more about the compensation plan. Reach out to me if you want to hop on the phone. And for some of you, this might be so unappealing. And for others, maybe your heart's sort of skipping a beat right now, like, maybe this is worth considering. And either way, fully support you. Just glad that you listened to this video. And I just wish you the best day. Bye, ladies.